When is the last time you've thought about what combustion bending looks like, but without the combustion?
Well, for those of you who don't think about that, this is what it looks like.
That bitch got 30 bodies, but you went on a date. I love my plug, so I gave him a plate. He's serving that pack at a very low rate. You asked for a gram, but I...
Alright, fine. You've caught me. I, Princess Azula of the Fire Nation, am a platypus.
Azula the platypus! So I came to a realization while reading some stuff about Ozai. Bitch Lord had the shortest reign of any Fire Lord ever, but that isn't the funniest thing yet. It was listed as the most notable victories of his reign was the surrender of Amashu and the fall of Ba Sing Se. Both of those were led by Azula, not Ozai. In short, his 14-year-old, mentally unstable daughter did more in Ozai's 7-year term than Ozai ever did. Do what you want with this information. Loser lord indeed. He didn't even get the throne on his own. Ursa masterminded the entire coup for him.
Bolin versus Toff. If Bolin was able to be on par with one of the strongest criminals in the world, the 4th strongest criminal in the world, without even lava bending, I'm pretty sure Toff can too, because she took out a bunch of Dai Li agents, the best of the best in the Earth Kingdom. So I would pick Toff to win in a fight. So I think Toff would win. But if you pick Bolin, I would understand, because if one drop of lava touched Toff's foot, it's over for Toff. Bolin is very strong, but Toff is also very strong. And I'm talking about 12-year-old Toff in the series, not prime Toff. And Bolin's accuracy is off the charts. If he's able to get one drop, just one drop of lava in Toff's foot, it's over for Toff. Bolin is able to burn metal and able to make a good defense with lava. Like, no one can touch him if he does that. Lava is hotter than fire and you'll burn right through Toff's metal and earth.
You burned my feet!
Not even done with the first episode, and I love this show so goddamn much. The first episode of this show does a phenomenal job of looking you squarely in the eye and saying, if you came here for more Avatar: The Last Airbender, that is not what you're gonna get. Literally from the jump, even the opening credits in a completely different order so that it ends on Korra, because it's a new cycle, new Avatar. This is not Aang's story anymore, it's hers. The only element she does not have mastered when the White Lotus finds her is the one Aang started with. When Aang ran away from home, it was to avoid being the Avatar. When Korra did it, she was running towards it. People found out Aang was the Avatar, and he pretty much got whatever he wanted in the first series, with a few exceptions. Korra ain't shit when she gets to Republic City. She broke as hell.
Bro, spoilers for Korra. The first guy beat her so bad that he manages to take her bending. The second thing beat her so bad that she loses her memory. The third thing beat her so bad that she gets put in a wheelchair. What is going on? She's so garbage. Hey, you guys trying to tell me that she's stronger than Aang? Bro,
yes.
Get out of here, bro. I want you guys to go back and actually watch Korra. Realize that she's actually not
repeatedly
doing anything. Like, everyone is carrying her and doing all the work for
her.
Like, my God, bro, he's too overpowered at this point, man. Plus, he got 3 other elements, bro. Oh my goodness, no fair.
You muzzled apple! Alright, step aside, motherfuckers. My time to shine. Katara, please. No, sweetie. I mean, just stay out of this. No. Wait. She's a good influence. I like this girl. You know, you can't just beat everyone up every time someone does something you don't like. I hate all of you.
I think I've just found the dumbest article about Avatar: The Last Airbender and the Legend of Korra to, ever be created. So, it's about how the Legend of Korra's General Iroh is related to Zuko's uncle. They really are blood related. You mean Zuko's uncle and Zuko's grandson are blood related? I never knew. Also, if you're at the point where you know who these people are, You obviously know they're related. That's like one of the only things you learn about General Iroh.
I love how in moments like this, we're subtly told how powerful characters are, like Lin Beifong, for instance, with, like, other characters' expressions, like Bolin. Super cool. He's like, not in a million years, I could never do that.
I think at this point everyone's aware of the theory that the Avatar looks like the previous Avatar's significant other because they love them the most. And if you have read the Kyoshi novels, you know that Korra had a crush on Rangi's mom, Heiran, and that Rangi and Heiran looks really alike. So basically, if Korra never got over his crush on Heiran, Kyoshi would have looked like Rangi's sister.
Welcome to Avatar The Last Airbender ships that make me very uncomfortable. First up, we've got Aang and Zuko. Ew, no! There's even fan art, guys! This is just so bad. It just makes me uncomfortable. Next, we have Zuko and Azula! They are siblings! They have the same parents. No! It's uncomfy. Next, we have Zuko and Toff. Toff is like, this age gap is not working. And even if they're like the same age or whatever, it's just gross. They have no chemistry. They're not fit for each other in the slightest. It's just uncomfortable, okay? Finally, we have Wuko, Prince Wu, and Mako. Don't get me wrong, Wu was definitely into him. But I just don't think Mako was, and it's just not that good. It's just a little bit strange. Like for part 2.
Stranger.
Don't go wasting your revive.
Let's talk about pro-bending. After the events of Korra, and actually in the later seasons of Korra, we don't get to see much of pro-bending. Did they stop doing it after Ramon tried to take over everything? And also, what about harmonic convergence? Like, there were tons of airbenders who just came to be after harmonic convergence. Is it not assumed that there might be some that want to be pro-benders? And if so, did they change the rules so that 4 different benders could be there? Now, I know that would be hard to regulate, seeing as there probably aren't as many airbenders as there are other types of benders because of harmonic convergence, but they might have to alter the rules at least a little bit to enable the airbenders a chance to play. And I know most of the airbenders decided to spend the rest of their life in the temples, but what about this guy? He was just a humble farmer, and he stayed being a humble farmer. What if some other airbenders wanted to be pro-benders?
Let's discuss Ming-Hua. Greg Griffin voices Azula and Ming-Hua. Dante Bosco voices Zuko and Iroh too. I think it's super far off and also makes total sense that Azula could be Ming-Hua's grandma. Now hear me out. Azula is defeated by Katara, a waterbender, at the most pivotal point in her entire life, taking what she truly loved, being Fire Lord. The last we know of Azula is that she dons a mask and she disappears, claiming she'll torture Zuko for being Fire Lord forever, yada 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 yada. What if she had a plan to have a child with a waterbender? Now I know Zula would never be caught dead with a waterbender, but unless she had a reason, to raise a waterbender with the drive and kill of Azula and the power of water, so that she could destroy the thing that Katara loves the most, the Avatar. Now, I'm going to do a series of Red Lotus Theories just because I feel like there's so much we don't know about them, but let me know what you think.
So one of the creators of Avatar, he said that I was surprised at anything. It may have been that it seemed like people were less willing to let Korra make mistakes than they were with Aang, and that's true. And I think a lot of people hate Korra because they don't understand the Korra character, which is Korra. Aang came in an era of chaos, and he became a beacon of hope. So his flaws and his mistakes were overlooked because the world knew that if anything goes wrong, there's just destruction. So Aang's trip around the world gave people reassurance, and the mistakes he made along the way were excused because he was the last chance. Korra inherits an era with peace, and so anybody that knows anything about history and warfare, they'll know that the hardest thing to ever do is to maintain peace and keep the peace, okay? So that's why with Korra, people are a lot much harder because she has to keep this peace, and which is more difficult to do than ending war itself. And I think that's why people kind of forget that Aang made mistakes and errors too along his journey, like Korra did. But Korra was maintaining peace while Aang was stopping war.
What's poppin'? Don't mind me just watching.
Oh, thank goodness.
Another one that sends me.
Dance like a god. Dance like a god. Dance like a god.